Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mitchell here on my YouTube channel. It's good to see you guys again on this Wednesday. I wanted to go over a different topic. I have not been on for a while since I made really early NCAA projections for this year, but I want to do that again in my 2-month period. Just like I said, my 2-month period, I'll do my upgrade of my bracket or just do Jerry Palm's or Joe Lenari's bracket. I'll figure it out once summer comes closer. I have a very busy summer ahead, so I do want to do a different topic today, and it's something more current that's going to eventually come up before the NCAA basketball season, and it's going to be another thing that will come up where the full schedule for the NFL football season is released. And I want to do it on the Green Bay Packers and their announcement that they will play international for the first time ever in the regular season in London, England. They will play the New York Giants. They've had a history of playing each other in the regular season and the postseason. We have lost to the Giants in 2007 and 2011, both at Lambeau Field in the playoffs, but then we beat them and the Packers beat them in 2016. I use "we" as a saying because Wisconsinites use "we" for a lot of our teams. So, if you guys want to kind of bear with me on that, please do. So, 2016 we finally beat them at home for a postseason game. It was the first time in a very long time we beat them in the postseason, probably since the 80s, and we have had playoff history with them. We've had a couple of regular season matchups that have came down to the end. The Packers have beat Eli Manning many times in the regular season before getting eliminated to them in the playoffs. And having them play the New York Giants in London, it'll be at London's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's on October 9th of 2022. And this is another fun fact. The New York Giants came to Lambeau Field 6 years ago today, on Sunday, October 9th, and it was a Sunday night game as well. So how ironic that the Packers host a London game and the Giants are playing them again. It's the same home setting, but the Packers are hosting in London this time. And it's just the same as they hosted at regular home. So that's very ironic that it happened that way. So it was the same exact dates, same type of home and away type of. Same home and away type of format, so that's just unbelievable to think about. It is neutral site internationally, obviously, and the Packers have an extremely limited number of tickets available for season ticket holders to purchase through a drawing. They have to enter in a drawing and then get selected to get first grabs at tickets. They don't necessarily have to get tickets, but they're going to know more on how much they cost if they get selected to get the tickets, and it's going to be very expensive for Packers season ticket holders to get it, but they could at least apply to see what happens. It says on this article too, this week the Packers ticket office will send a survey to Packers season ticket holders who opted in to receive promotional emails. So if they receive promotional emails, they are invited to enter a drawing because they have to get selected before. So yeah, if you're a Packer fan that you really want to go to London, you want to really want to get first grab at tickets, I highly recommend doing it. It is a once in a lifetime. On the sounds of other NFL teams, it sounds like it's went very well for other NFL teams in these opposing years, especially with the international series for the NFL growing these days. Season ticket holders who opted out will only receive emails to their Packers season ticket current account. So it would be all the other 8 home games, and then this year is the one preseason game because it switches bi-yearly. So this year is one home preseason game for the Packers, but since there's no 9th home game this next 2023 season, then it will be back to the typical 2 preseason formats. But I think it's good with one preseason game. And it's better for the team, so they don't have to get as much jet lag going into this very big contest. So again, it's the Giants. They will have Daniel Jones starts as far as I know, and they had a couple of good linebackers selected in the draft before the Packers did. They obviously selected before the Packers, but the Packers very much going on defense early on, and later on, getting Christian Watson as the receiver Friday night. I was obviously very excited for him. So that was kind of my little analysis on the draft there. But the Giants drafted very well on defense. That's going to make it very interesting from their playoff history to play neutral site against each other, because they can't play neutral site against each other already in the playoffs. So for them to play neutral site in London, and the teams also have incredible fan bases, both of them. They're going to travel really, really well. I saw a lot of Giants fans travel well for being at the 2011 divisional game, and then I worked as well for both the Giants games in 2016. They travel very well, and the Giants fans good credits to how nice of people they are. They're very generous, and they were very appreciative on what Lambeau Field had to offer. So that was a very, very kind gesture and a pay it forward moment that they recognize what we do as guest services employees for work. So I think the fan bases are very, very awesome, and they're gonna be a big part of the festivities. There's a lot of festivities. There's pep rallies from Packers everywhere because it's known around the world. The Giants probably do something too, but I know that's going on with the Packers. They're going to plan festivities throughout the entire summer because they have to plan this well in advance. And then for Aaron Rodgers to get this four-year contract and quite a bit of $1 million, for him to play in London in front of those fans and in front of the Packer faithful that will be there, especially overseas, that's very great. And I am very, very happy for them that they can see Aaron remain in the green and gold and then give the Packers the most momentum and best chance to win if him and Aaron Jones step it up. And it's all up to our offense this year. They did not show up in the 49ers game. This game they could easily show up, and then it would feel like Lambeau. I almost wonder something if it could be if there could be the bang on the drum all day song, Don't Wanna Work. So I think it's that song that starts it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bang on the Drum All Day was playing if there were Packers touchdowns in this game. That's if there are. So that would feel like Lambeau in London. It would transition to Lambeau Field in London if that ended up happening where they want to do that song, because the Packers are obviously organizing this game. I never would have thought it would have happened, but the Packers have tried. President Mark Murphy has tried probably for the last 4 to 5 years to get them to play, even if they have to give up a home game. And it's good the NFL has an extended schedule where we as a Green Bay whole don't really lose a lot of money because it's typically 8 home games anyway. And then we could gain a couple playoff games, assuming there's a divisional and NFC championship at home. We could gain some income to city from that, and then the taxpayers will just have one less game to pay for. So yeah, what I predict is it's going to be very close. It'll come down to Mason Crosby again. I think he'll make a very long 54-yard field goal. The Giants are going to definitely keep it a game. I think Daniel Jones has grown a lot. He's one of my underrated quarterbacks to do good this year. They could be close to a 7th or 8th seed in my prediction, kind of my early predictions. Very excited. 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I'm in Green Bay Coast, obviously. And then the game, also, one last thing, is at 2:30 at London. So at London, it'll be the mid-afternoon. It's typically like if the Packers start at 3:30 here, it will be in the afternoon. People will get back to their accommodations at night, or if they fly out or they drive back to their respective homes after the game, they will get home at a very good time where they can settle in after the game's over. And then it's typically afternoon games anyway, probably 11:30, 2:30, those type of things, but it's never a doubleheader, so it's a 2:30 p.m. start time out there. Very excited to see how it goes. I cannot wait to see what the process is in the off-season for all the activities they're going to have planned. I wish I could go, but it's going to feel good to watch it on television, have a day off, and enjoy just a home game on TV, and then have a really good breakfast buffet set up, and maybe a Bloody Mary. You never know. So it's Wisconsin. I think there's going to be church services that will get delayed. It's going to be very, very interesting because it's an 8:30 start time. It has to be with their time zone difference where places might have to accommodate the times they open, especially when it's Sunday morning when church services are popular in this state of Wisconsin. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Wednesday and end of your spring, and we'll see you on my next video. I will do one next Friday, I would say, after the Packers schedule releases for the really, really early predictions. So see you then, and bye.